Hi, I'm Jasmine, the sequel, and I am not relatable. A special thank you to my patrons, Wild Rose, Lauren Chris, That British Unicorn, and Debbie Elliott. So the video that we're doing today is actually one of the first instances that I've ever seen of Foodie Beauty raging at the camera, essentially. This is her large cheesy pizza mukbang eating show. I think she's still trying to catch a lot of audience, so she's put like everything in the title. And I really think this is interesting because it's one of those like same but different type of a deal. Like, I don't think very much has changed in her delivery, in her high-handed approach to addressing criticism. I don't think she's changed fundamentally as a person. The only thing you can really see very clearly from this 3-year-old video is how poorly her health has deteriorated. I mean, it's actually really quite scary. So she starts this video off with this quote. I find it incredibly hilarious because I know she's aiming to hit the haters, but man, I can't imagine telling on myself like that. I have never seen Chantal discuss anything other than like people from her past. So I find it funny that she put this in there because, ma'am, it's all you do. Can you imagine snitching on yourself that hard? See, do you see? You can already feel the rage coming through here. I have a feeling this is going to be like an entirely like just rage fest, eating pizza as fast as she possibly can, being like, F you haters. Also, what happened to her Patreon? I didn't follow Foodie Beauty's like journey from that long ago. I've seen like Todd McKinley's video on her, but I might have missed it. Let me know. If you guys know what happened to her Patreon, do let me know down below. If there's like a video that will cover what happened to her Patreon. I think she stopped posting on her Patreon and disbanded it, but I don't know.
What's up, guys? I have pizza. I'm all excited. Aww. Jalapeno poppers! They never, ever, well, they don't cook it like all the way.
You guys, she looks so much healthier here. She looks so much healthier. Her skin looks better. She like overhauled her personality, her demeanor, even just sitting there talking. Like, she seems to have so much energy than she does have now. Like, I don't like feeling sorry for Chantal because she's generally like a garbage person, but I do feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her looking at her, man. In 3 years, she looks like she's aged like 10.
I don't know if I should talk about this or I feel like I need to because I don't know. People apparently are really disturbed that I eat so much. Okay, let me look at it this way. I mean, I don't think I'm not offended by people being concerned about me. I mean, I don't understand how people who are complete strangers could give a shit about me at all.
I find this such a weird thing for her to think. You do realize that the only way your channel grows is if strangers on the internet give a shit about you and your content, right? I understand that some of us give a shit in a very negative way, but if no one gave a shit, no one would care, no one would watch your channel. I realize I've said the word shit a lot now in conjunction to Foodie Beauty, and that might actually summon her to this spot. So I'm gonna try and like not say that word again at all.
But the fact that people do is kind of nice. The fact that people care about other people they don't know is kind of nice. As long as there's no malicious intent behind it and you genuinely care. You know what I mean? But I don't know what to say about that because I guess if you have a fan who looks up to you and is rooting for you and you just completely let them down, I could see that being a disappointment. I get that. You know, and I don't want it to seem like I'm completely ignoring. I mean, I'm not completely ignoring. Well, yeah, I have been ignoring my health. But I value my life, I do. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but I do. And I am going to be, you know, implementing some changes.
3 years later, and the only substantive change that we've seen in Chantel's health is definitely for the negative. I genuinely believe that she is close to being like completely immobile. I think I saw this on like Twitter or Instagram or somewhere, I forget. But they were talking about how much difficulty she seems to be having now just fitting her tray in the car. And once I started looking into it, I realized, yeah, like even in the Korean dog, the rice dog things that she was having, even then, like the tray was sort of popped up a little bit, almost like she couldn't push it all the way down. And that's a scary thought. The fact that like her just mass is keeping that tray from going all the way down. She breathes hard now, even when she's sitting in one spot, exerting literally no effort, just talking. And even that, if you look at it, she talks so much less in her videos now. Like this video I've seen before, so like I know kind of what happens, but she's talking, she's engaged the whole time. Now you watch her videos, there's like long stretches of just complete dead silent. And I genuinely don't think that's just because she has nothing to say. I think she might just run out of breath. It's really like hard to see her in stuff like this and not feel bad for her. And the sad part of it is she'd get so much less flack, so much less anger, so much less everything if this was what we saw of her. This person just struggling with their health, this person struggling with their mental health. But that's not what we see of her. She's so thin-skinned that she turns people who otherwise would be supporters and sympathizers, honestly like myself, away. And all I'm left with is anger at her for like saying transphobic, racist shit and like supporting homophobes. Like I don't understand why she can't see the damage she's inflicting to herself, both in terms of her health and in terms of her reputation.
I delete really hateful comments on my channel because if you see, the majority are kind comments and, you know, people who I've become friends with. And a lot of them get upset and message me and be like, you know, delete those hateful comments. And I've noticed that since like Divine Munchies and other people are deleting them, the really mean ones, it's a much nicer place. So that's why I do that.
So the comments on this video are disabled. I wasn't around when it originally aired, so I don't know. But if any of you do know, let me know if she just disabled them because she got too much hate. I would imagine so. The way that she's talking in this video, it comes across very smug to me. And I don't think this is going to be like Amber Lynn level of hate in the comments. Even if I had seen them, that's what I expect I would have seen. Chantel, like I said, incredibly thin-skinned. I don't think that if she'd gotten like 4 negative comments, she would have just been like, fuck it, too much hatred, I'm just gonna disable the comments altogether. And I'm looking at her like to dislike ratio, and it's like not great, but it's not like the worst I've seen. I think like Amber's recent video, it has like 7,000 dislikes and like 1,000 likes or something like that. Chantel could never handle that. That's why all of her videos now, they all have like the like to dislike ratio disabled and like all the comments are turned off and like stuff like that. Sorry, I said that her comments are turned off. I guess the comments are moderated would be a better way to do it. Like Karate Joe or whoever her mods come through and they like scrub everything. Even the slightest hint of a negative comment and it's like, oof, gone.
I know I have to change, but at the same time, I know I'm a good person. No matter what size I am, no matter how much pizza I'm eating, my conscience is clean as a person, you know?
Here's the thing. I don't think, I've said this before, I'll say it again, Chantel is not a good person. But Chantel is not a good person not because she eats a massive amount of food on camera. I have said this and I've made this comparison several times. But Hungry Fat Chick, for example, is a person who eats a lot of food on camera. I don't think Hungry Fat Chick's a bad person. I think Hungry Fat Chick's a lovely person. Another person I covered, Prissy P. She eats food on camera. I don't think Prissy P is a bad person. I actually think Prissy P is a lovely person. She's also really, really entertaining. I think Chantel's a bad person. I think Chantel's a bad person because she does and says bad things, and she supports bad people because they give her money. If you're willing to sell out your morals for a little bit of cash, then I'm sorry, you're not a good person. Look, I don't have I'm not a huge channel. I don't make a lot of money. I don't get sponsorships or anything like that. But I'm telling you now, there's nothing that anybody could give me that would make me change the way that I feel on 90% of the topics. As small as I am, and when I'm filming this, I'm not even monetized. I've already had people reach out to me to try and push their products. I don't care. I'm not going to push anything for a few dollars. It doesn't make any difference to me. But Chantel's willing to do that for a couple of hundred so she can continue buying useless junk she doesn't need and deep fryers that she should not use. She will essentially give, a pass to people like Shani for Christ. That's inexcusable.
I mean, I get this is not everybody's cup of tea. Should really, you're telling me that life is short and I should take care of myself. Well, in turn, you should realize that life is short and you shouldn't waste your time worrying about my life and watching me if I bother you. I don't know. Go ride a horse. Go travel to the fjords of yonder. I don't know, do something.
The dichotomy is so funny. I don't care how people react to me. I don't care how people think of me. Why don't you go ride a horse? They're literally, it's the same breath. Oh my God, this lady.
So, I have a job interview.
Dude, Chantel would be a terrible employee. She has such problems with authority. I can't imagine a world in which she goes into a job and her boss tells her to do something she doesn't want and she doesn't rage quit. That's how I feel 90% of Chantel's employment history has ended. She just rage quits and she's like, F you, I'm not doing this, Cartman style, and leaves.
I don't even really need to work right now, to be honest. I'm not going to go into my financial situation because it's none of your business.
So she made this comment and I found it actually really weird. She's like, well, I'm not going to get into it and not because of Patreon. I thought about it for a second, but it's actually really clear. BB pays all the bills. I'm 90% certain that he probably pays the major bills in the house. So gas, electric, and rent and stuff like that. And if she covers anything at all, she might have a few. And I know she had that whole hospital thing where she got a big settlement. So she probably has some money stored away. I don't think it's very much. And I genuinely think that at this point, she's already probably blown through all of that. But I think that's basically what it is. I think that she's A, eating into her savings, quite literally. And B, BB is paying the majority of the bills so she doesn't have to worry. It must be easy not having to think about finances when you don't have to think about rent. That's why she's so desperate now. That's why she posts so much more frequently. That's why they're more mukbangs, which get her the most amount of money, because she needs the money now. She didn't need it when she was with BB.
What I feel I need to be doing is doing what I say I'm going to be doing on my channels, focusing on my weight loss channel. I haven't done a video in forever. Going back to the gym. Setting up my life in a routine where I can work on the creativity and productivity of my channels. Setting up my kitchen so I can do cooking along with my mukbangs. I have a lot of recipes I want to cook with you guys and share with you guys. Do my Mr. Monday's creepy pastas. And I want to really improve those series, I really want to do more research. I really want to write my own stories. I have so many short stories I want to share with you guys. And I needed the time to write. And I need the time to write. I just need the time to shoot a video every day.
3 years later and still nothing. No investment back into her channel, no like improvement in the quality of the content or anything, just nothing. Like literally she's done no work since those 3 years. And that's because she's found what she considers to be a winning formula. Why put in more energy, effort, time, work, anything when whatever she's doing now is getting her enough money to do whatever she wants, which is basically just put all that money back into eating. I mean, path of least resistance and all that. Well, that will be it from me. It was like difficult in a weird way to see how little progress she's made. She's like a hamster stuck in a ball, like just going in circles over and over and over and over and over again, not realizing that's what she's doing. She thinks she's making great strides, but it's sad. It's sad and it's depressing. Well, that will be it from me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, you can give me a thumbs down. That's totally okay. I respect everybody's opinion here. Leave me a comment down below if there's something you'd like me to really know. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the notification bell. If you haven't done that, you should hit all if you want to know when I upload any video. You can share with your friends and save me from the horrors of the YouTube algorithm. I've got all of my social medias linked down below. I've got Twitter, where it's mostly just me popping off a little bit, being slightly petty and like channel updatey stuff. So if you like that content, follow me there. I've got Instagram, which is food and kind of what I'm doing in a day, but since I don't go anywhere or do anything, it's just food. But I'm a pretty decent cook, so if you want that content, that's right there. And I've got Patreon. Think of Patreon as a tip jar for the internet. So if you like what I'm doing and you'd like me to continue, you want to throw a few coins in my direction, that's where you can go it. All of your funds will go directly towards buying me another rose-shaded neutral lip. Think about it. It's an important fund. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm Jasmine, the sequel, and I am not relatable. Peace.
Talk about me all you want. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
Sure, Jan.